Hey guys, today's going to be a bit of a short one. I left Kanto really early, probably the earliest I've ever left a city in the beginning of a ride, like 3:30 in the morning. I wanted to get started before the heat, and it was a great thing. I accomplished today's ride, which was like 115 or so kilometers, and I was finished with the entire ride by about, geez, what time was it? It was 11 o'clock. It was before noon for sure. Way before noon. I found a hotel boat, which I'm on right now. This is a boat hotel that was relatively cheap. And the boat hotel just happens to be on the same wharf area as a ferry, which is going to take me and the trike to Cambodia. You can drive to Cambodia if you want. The border is literally just down the road, or you can take a high-speed boat which will take you directly to Phnom Penh. I've heard about this boat for a while. I heard it's kind of an interesting ride. It's a unique way to cross from Vietnam into Cambodia, and I thought, why not do something unique as far as the crossing goes? I'll load the trike and everything onto the boat, and it'll take me down the Mekong River, up the Mekong River to Phnom Penh. It'll be about a 5-hour ride, and it should be quite enjoyable. Leave 7 a.m. I bought my ticket along with this hotel at the same place. Holy moly, mosquitoes everywhere. And so I'm really looking forward to an interesting ride tomorrow morning. So what that means is that today is my last day basically in Vietnam. Tomorrow morning I'll be leaving, so this is it. This is the end of Vietnam for the Jayoe World Tour, and I'm feeling a little bit overcome with emotion. Vietnam has been a series of literal ups and downs, figurative ups and downs, emotional ups and downs, physical ups and downs, because I went from, you know, Hanoi to Lao Cai to Sapa up to the Heaven's Gate, the highest point in all of Indochina, and then down to the rice fields of, you know, of the Mekong Delta, and you know, the low-lying areas. I mean, I'm as low as you can get before getting underwater right now. Emotional ups and downs, having trike issues, mechanical failures, having to pause the tour to go and take trips back home, you know, which were not downs per se, but definitely downs as far as the trip goes. The trip was down a couple of times. Having to take, you know, some automobile rides, which I didn't necessarily want to take, you know, as opposed to cycling, but having to do those in order to keep up with schedules. Ups, the Sundong Cave, I mean, the most amazing adventure I've had thus yet, on par with the Mount Everest expedition, and alongside my best friend, Matthew Fraser, who is amazing. A vast array of friends, people that, holy moly, so many mosquitoes out here. They are just on the camera. There's so many of them. I gotta tie my pants down before they go up my pants. They're already nibbling at my feet. We'll chalk this one up to a slight down. Slight negative, no. But amazing people. Mark from bikepacking in Nha Trang, who helped me to get some parts for the trike to replace the roll-off sprocket on the rear end. Of course, Johan here, who not only helped store the trike for me while I went home to do the Canton Fair with Annie, but rode with me for a few days, and we experienced some amazing food and adventure, and I met, you know, his wife is amazing. Thank you so much for allowing me to occupy your spare room for a little while. That was very nice. Just a vast array of locals that are beyond measure, beyond count. Just some of the happiest people that I've met while on tour have been in Vietnam. I think I might have mentioned this before, but I feel like everybody has a bit of a candy shell, basically, that you have to break through in order to get to their true core. And different cultures have different thicknesses of shell. Like, for example, Japanese have the thickest shell. They're very sweet on the inside, very nice people, but in order to get through to that sweetness, they have a barrier they build. It's out of the culture that they build this. They don't want to impede on other people. They keep to themselves. And so it takes a while to break through that barrier to get to their true self. I would say on the level, there's Koreans are down below that, and then Chinese are what I used to think were the thinnest. They would come up to you and give you a hug and a smile with the slightest provocation. And that was always something I found one of the strong points of the Chinese culture, and that was great. And I thought there could be nobody that would wear a smile or come up to you and engage with you as easily as Chinese. But Chinese have to take a second chair in that category to Vietnamese. When I came here, man, the amount of teeth that I see here and the smiles and just the true, just genuine happiness from everybody, the old people, the field workers, the the white collar people, the hotel staff, everybody's just so friendly. I can't say it has been 100% friendly. I did have my phone stolen in Ha Long Bay due to my own stupidity, and I'm willing to take that on the chin because, you know, we all behave stupidly and we learn lessons. Now I know kind of not to overly trust people, but on the hotel, as I checked in here, I left my phone on the table as I went to run and get my passport, and the hotel guy had to say, don't do that. You can't do that. And I thanked him for reminding me not to be stupid. I mean, so that's nobody's fault except my own. But Vietnam has been great. Just a full colored adventure, and a great base from which to explore Lao and then explore the caves in Son Doong. I mean, the caves in Son Doong, such a huge milestone on my bucket list, and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I'm very curious to see what the next adventure is on par with Son Doong, because it's going to be such a high bar to meet. You know, the Jayoe World Tour is all about trying to find the next big adventure and enjoy life and kind of like take it all in. And so I'm appreciative and excited about pursuing that goal to try to find the next big adventure. But for now, we're gonna have to close Vietnam, and I'm a little bit regret that I didn't get to see the Ho Chi Minh Trail, the actual trail. There are some specific places along the way that call back to the war and the struggle that Vietnam went through that I didn't fully explore, and I'm just gonna have to leave those unexplored. You know, you can't see everything, you can't do everything, you can't go everywhere, and you've got to kind of choose and pick the places that you want to go in the places that you go, in the places that you explore. And so I think I did pretty good. We had a long time here in Vietnam. Again, it has been really nice, and sitting here on this boat is a fitting end, looking out at the Mekong, a portion of the Mekong Delta, and just appreciating the time that I've spent here. So that's it for Vietnam. As the light fades and my features blacken, I'll bring this to a close, and the next vlog you'll see is me boarding a boat and then cruising through the last bits of Vietnam as we cross over into Cambodia, and the new chapter will start. I've got a whole list of new things that we'll be doing when we, holy moly, mosquitoes are eating me up. I have a whole list of things that will be on the horizon with regards to the future of the Jayoe World Tour. As I always do, I try to improve, and I'm not perfect, you know, and I think that's what I try to keep true in the vlog. I try different things, I do different things, but I'm always trying to be true to myself. I'm I'm trying to create a opportunity for other people to see how I travel in all facets, and as I try things, either with the video or with the cycling or with, you know, my kit or with whatever. I try to make sure that you guys are right there with me on almost a daily basis, so that you guys can feel like, oh, okay, that's how Matthew Gallick travels around the world. And maybe in seeing that and seeing me do the way that I do, maybe you become inspired along the way. Maybe you decide that Vietnam wasn't on your list, but it is now, and I'm really hoping that it does become part of your adventure life. I think that Vietnam has, it's strange because I live in China for 10 years and I did not explore Vietnam until I entered here on the tour. So we all of you guys and me explored Vietnam together, and I am very happy to have experienced it with you, alongside of you, and to leave now is bittersweet. So anyways, you guys take it easy, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in Cambodia.